Dearest, beautiful daughters of the earth, how profound to see you in this new year of rebirth. This year will send you signs like never before, and you'll live on a level of being a light being that you cannot even imagine right now. And you will experience things within yourself, within your body and your soul self to a degree that will remind you of distant worlds where you've had distant, empowered lives. And although you might not see the worldly reality resonate with that yet, it doesn't mean that it cannot be your reality. And today I want to bring you my desert energy, the beautiful sands of time. And the beauty of the desert is that it shifts and it changes, but it never loses its identity. Every morning, every day, it is born anew with the breath of the holy air that moves the sand and the dunes into a new shape, into a new space. It is reborn every day, but still it remains the desert. And the true beauty that I want to ignite in you today is that the desert is not merely sand. It contains all of the elements. And you might wonder how, because you know that the sand contains the earth energy. Being tumbled and split over millions of years, each grain of sand was born from change, from being swept along, cut in half and half and half again and again and again. And still every grain of sand remains programmed with the identity of the whole. Even if the desert will solidify into a single rock, it will still carry the same identity as every grain of sand. And so that is the earth being reshaped and being reborn. And where you know the earth energy as strength and masculinity, the sand energy is the perfect harmony between the feminine and the masculine. It has the strength of the rock, but the flow of water and wind. And so the air energy is very prominent in the desert, the wind blowing and shifting and creating change. And then the fire energy with the sun, which everybody believes to be very harsh in the desert. But the sun energy is the birth, the life. And then you may wonder, where is the water energy in the desert? But I say to you, every desert was born of the ocean and was part of the ocean many eons ago. And so the sand was born from the earth's crust, deep beneath the oceans. And as the oceans receded, it left the sand bare. And within the sands, always the programming of the ocean, because the fossils are left behind. The fish and the shells and the coral, all still present and sometimes also ground to be only barely seen, but they are still there, making up the whole. And so I want you to visualize yourself within this endless desert of Egypt, which is called the ocean of endless sand. For it carries the ocean and it carries the sand. Imagine yourself becoming part of that. And how it teaches you every day about the rising of the sun, the shifting of the air and the sand, the change, the rebirth. And all the while the flow of the water energy embodied by the air and the sand. And when you become still within this space, and you allow yourself to be like the sand, to allow your body to shift and change, to allow your DNA, your physical cells, to shift as it should, as it would, you attune to the new energy of Earth. And this is your becoming. This is where you learn true allowing and surrender. So whenever you find yourself in a space where you struggle to surrender, imagine yourself as a desert. Imagine your cells and your skin as the grains of sand shifting and changing. And sometimes it's changing into wrinkles and changing into age, becoming the wise woman. And that is your beauty, to still radiate everything that you are through the change of your molecule. And the grains of sand consists of all the molecules that are also present within your body. And they whisper to you as the wind whispers to you to be still, to be kind to yourself, to the world, to not judge anything, but to simply be present and to allow. Because only in allowing will you find the freedom to be and to truly allow your destiny to unfold. Only in overthinking and doubt and trying to create structure that cannot be changed do you lose your connection to me, to time. And the beauty is that you are the time. And something that has been shared with Belinda that I want to share with you is that there is no divine timing, because all time is divine. And when you see time as sacred, and what you do with that time, and how you invest it in your spiritual path, and in showing up to be part of the change, your life shall divinely unfold at every moment, every passing of the sun. And the scarab is the reminder of change. As in ancient Egypt, it was believed to push the sun through the sky to take that which is old, to roll it into a ball, and then to take it back to earth, into the night, into the underworld, to be reborn every morning and to start its journey again. And so the scarab, the god carefree, is the great symbol of transformation, of life and death and rebirth. And this is your body every day. This is your mind every day. But you do it unconsciously and do not understand that it is within your power to experience this change in a beautiful way. And when you are present within these shifts, your life will be fulfilling like never before. And so tonight I crown you with that beauty, the beauty of divine time, and the sense of that time to shift within you, and not only shift within the time on earth, but to shift beyond this time on earth into different dimensions. And as you exchange this body and this dimension for another, you enter a different time zone, different time dimension. But if you have not learned to understand the time that you are in now and how to create with it, you will be unable to travel to a higher dimension in your next life. And you will repeat the same cycle over and over. And so many people has done this so often. And this is not to scare you. This is to salute you that you are busy with this and to know that we are helping you with this understanding. So ask to be guided, ask to be dissolved within this, to gain the understanding. For only when the ego dissolves into the truth can the truth be born. And this is what I bring to you tonight. And this is what I ignite into you tonight. And this I do with absolute love, because you are an extension of me. And as you grow, I grow. And as I grow, you change, you shift. And only as the change happens will you be able to be aware of it. You cannot decide to create it now, beforehand. But listen. Listen to what we guide you in. Listen to the yearnings and stop doubting. Stop creating fear and telling yourself that it's not possible, because everything is possible in every moment.